Now, I think hybrids are one of the most underrated clubs you can have in your bag. We're not all blessed with the ball striking prowess of Jon Rahm and Rory McIlroy, and so hitting long irons off the fairway can be particularly challenging. I've tested 14 models from 9 different brands to determine which hybrid is going to be best for your game. Now, as much as hybrids will help you perform slightly better than, say, a long iron in terms of the technology implemented in them, you still have to like how they look. Now, there's 3 that I've picked out for this year that I think will catch the eye of most golfers. Now, the first one is that of the Mizuno STZ. Now, this is a carry-on model from last year, but I love how it looks behind the ball. It's a really small, compact head, teardrop kind of finish. The sight lines really help with alignment, and the Mizuno logo on top just really helps center that ball and will help promote a more pure strike. Now, the middle ground I'm choosing is the QI10 Rescue. This is a rescue that surprised me. It's actually a touch larger than I thought it would be, but this is the hybrid out of the 3 models released from TaylorMade that will appeal to most golfers. It's, like I said, a slightly larger footprint, will inspire confidence behind the ball. It's got a slightly shallow face. And one thing that has continued within the QI10 range this year is this silver alignment bar at the top of the face. Will really help you square that club face up to target. Thirdly, my overall pick for the best looking hybrid this year is the Cobra Dark Speed. Now, this thing just looks mega. It's stealthed out, black on black with satin and gloss kind of tones to it. It looks awesome behind the ball. It's quite a compact looking head, although the blade length itself is fairly long. So that will inspire confidence for those who maybe hit one slightly out the toe and then the heel, but it looks awesome behind the ball. And I'm going to be honest, one of the reasons why I have picked this one over the others is the head cover. The head cover game on the Cobra Dark Speed Hybrid is exceptional. Now, we're going to talk about the feel of the golf club here. Now, feel is super important. It's very personal and very individualized, but I've picked out 3 that feel and sound superb, all for their own different reasons. Now, the first one I'm going to highlight is the PXG Black Ops Hybrid. PXG have incorporated a carbon crown on the top here, which gives it a much more muted sound than previous models released by PXG. It's still more on the louder side of things, but the feel off the face is superb. Let's give one a hit here. Hopefully you can hear it. Struck really nicely there, felt superb off the face, produced a good distance as well. Now, the second one I'm going to bring you into is the Titleist TSR3. Titleist are known for their performance and feel. These feel superb off the face, super soft, a more muted thud-like sound, one that I personally prefer. And I feel like you get the same performance no matter where you hit these things on the face. As you can tell there, much more muted sound, lovely ball flight, feels superb, but there is one hybrid that just took the spoils for me, and that was the Callaway Paradigm AI Smoke Hybrid. This thing looks awesome, sounds awesome, feels awesome. I'm using awesome a lot, it's a big word, but this one deserves it. It feels superb off the face thanks to AI Smart Face technology, creating multiple sweet spots on the face. Oh, how good is that? If there's ever a golf shot worthy of a like and subscribe on the Golf Monthly YouTube channel, I think that was it. Okay, so the eagle-eyed amongst you will realise that I am actually no longer in Madeira. I am remarkably in beautiful sunny England in December. We did encounter some minor technical difficulties when it came to audio at Madeira, so I'm continuing the video from the beautiful North Hants Golf Club here in Hampshire. But this section is all about performance. Now, there are 3 hybrids that stood out in terms of their performance this year. The first of those being the TaylorMade QI10 Tour Hybrid. Now, this is a much smaller, more compact looking head that is definitely aimed at the more confident ball striker and the player who likes to work the ball around, playing with their trajectory and ball flight, especially from distance. There's good levels of adjustability here through a hosel that allows you to change loft and lie to promote certain ball flights, but ultimately this produced really fast ball speeds and a ball flight that I really liked the look of. It was actually the second longest out of the hybrids that I tested this year, with an average of 241 yards. Now, the second model that really stood out in terms of its performance was the Ping G430 hybrid. Now, this is a carry-on model from last year, but it's still relevant in the Ping lineup. It is their most current hybrid model release. Now, where I really thought the performance of this was excellent was from the differing lies that you find yourself in on a golf course. It performed excellently off the tee, produced a really, really high penetrative flight, but also performed excellently from those lies that aren't so great. Now, when hitting off fairways into par 5s or longer par 4s, the tendency for me in particular with long irons or hybrids is to hit them slightly thin, slightly low on the face. Now, this hybrid produced a really high ball flight even when I was to hit it slightly low on the face, and it gave me that forgiveness that I needed when I'm coming into a green from distance, producing that high flight, and got the ball coming in really steeply into greens, meaning I could hold greens from distance, and for that reason, I really, really like this hybrid. Okay, so the third but final hybrid I have chosen in terms of the performance we've seen this year is the Cobra Dark Speed hybrid. Now, as you can see from the table here, this thing performed superbly and was an absolute monster on the golf course. Pushed on 150 mph ball speed and produced an average carry of 243 yards. Now, this hybrid was just insane from a variety of lies, produced a really high penetrative ball flight that was ideal for hitting into long par 4s, even par 3s, and especially par 5s, allowing you to attack pins that you wouldn't normally be able to get to with a long iron. Now, the power bridge technology is something that we have seen from Cobra the last couple of releases, but also the hot face technology really allows this face to react, producing those fast ball speeds, but also that weighting lowers the center of gravity and allows this club to produce really high forgiving ball flights. So if I was to choose a best performing hybrid from 2024, it would be the Cobra Dark Speed. Now, it looks superb, feels great, but also performs excellently. It's suitable for all levels of golfers, and that's something I think is what makes this club superb. Now, it doesn't have the adjustability that others do, but it is available in multiple loft options, so you can be sure to find one that fits in your bag. So when it comes to hybrid performance, versatility is a key factor. Now, there are a few models that I'd like to point out this year that perform excellently in terms of maneuvering ball flights, such as the PXG Black Ops and the Titleist TSR3, as mentioned in the performance section. However, there's one that stood out to me, and that was the Paradigm AI Smoke. Now, the reason I'm shouting this hybrid out in particular is because of how well it performed from differing lies, in particularly the rough. Now, this thing launches extremely high, but out the rough, it still delivers a really high towering ball flight, perfect for advancing the ball down par 5s like this or hitting into long par 4s. Let's see how we get on out the rough. Oh, as you can see there, absolutely launched that ball from the first cut of rough here, and that has put me in perfect position to try and get up and down for my birdie on this par 5. Now, after testing all the models available in 2024, I've narrowed it down to my top 3 hybrids. Now, to kick off, and in third place, I'm going to choose the TaylorMade QI10. Now, it's a new product for this year. I just think it looks superb. The gloss black finish on the top, but also the technology in there with the speed pocket and the V-Steel system on the bottom really allows this to go through turf excellently. Great combination of looks and performance. In second place, I'm gonna go for all-round forgiveness, but all-round performance in the Ping G430 hybrid. Performed amazingly out of multiple lies. Was the easiest hybrid to hit that I tested this year, and for that reason, I think this will suit so many golfers, and it has to be in my top 3. But if I'm going to crown a champion, it has to be the Cobra Dark Speed hybrid. Now, Cobra seem to have a knack of producing excellent hybrids. After last year, the King Tech won my best hybrid of the year video, but this Cobra Dark Speed has it all. It has forgiveness, distance, feel, and looks, and for that reason, the Cobra Dark Speed is the best hybrid of 2024.